So there is, first of all, Erling Haaland. He's got 39 goals, 6 assists, and
Right.
four penalties.
Mhm.
And then we've got Kylian Mbappe. He's got the same amount of goals, 39, 7 assists, one more than Haaland, and he's got 13 penalties. And then the final one is um, our man Harry Kane. Harry Kane has got the same amount, so they're all level on 39 goals, all three of them.
That's weird, isn't it? That's
I
weird.
know, coincidence.
Coincidence.
He's got 4 assists and 10 penalties, so just three short of Mbappe and six more than Erling Haaland. So, but I don't know. I still think there should be somebody else in this category, and I'm thinking of the young Spanish lad, Yamin Lamal.
Lamel, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think he should be there. Now I don't have his stats to hand, but let's talk about the stats that we have to hand. If you was in the decision making chair, let's say you sat there, that's your decision making chair. Who would you be going for?
What out of those three? I
Yeah.
mean, they've all got this 39 goals, and that presumably is this season in all competitions.
Yes. This
Yeah.
season
I mean,
so
that's a
far.
heck of a lot of goals, isn't it?
Mm.
39 goals, of which some are penalties, of course. Well, if the season stops now, you could argue that Mbappe's um, stats are slightly better, perhaps, than the other two. You could argue that, and I think Harry Kane is a brilliant player, but you could argue that perhaps the German league isn't as tough as the Spanish league or the Premier League. And I think there's some justification in that. And to that extent, it puts people in, say, the German league or even the Italian league at a bit of a disadvantage. Not so much the Italian, but maybe the German league is thought to be slightly easier.
Mm.
It's probably not, but that's the perception we all have.
Yeah.
So in a way, that might rule him out. So for me, it will be between Mbappe and Haaland. Haaland, if he scored 39 goals, which you say, and he's not, I think he's got one in the last 8 or 9 games. I mean, he was dropped, wasn't he, at the weekend?
Mm.
But one goal in the previous 8 games, so he could have had a lot more goals under his usual tally of goals. So you just don't feel he's firing on all cylinders this season, which again is absolutely understandable because in any walk of life, nobody can consistently perform at the top of their game, whether it's a game or whether it's you're working in some other sphere. You cannot keep at that high level of performance in anything. You can maintain a lot of it. So it doesn't surprise me that Haaland, I won't say he's having an off season because I think he's always going to get goals. He'll always be dangerous. But maybe something has changed that he's not getting the service or something has changed. On balance, I would give it to the Frenchman. I would. I
Mm.
think he seems to be resiliently good. He's very hard and he's in a tough league in Spain there. So, yes, if the season stopped now, I would award him the Ballon d'Or.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope they don't do well at the World Cup and we win the World Cup so we can give it to
Wouldn't
our
it be
heart.
great?
So we can give it to
Yeah,
our
wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do know that well, I don't know for sure, but I don't think does he play for Sweden, Haaland? Is it Swedish? Or is it
Norway,
Finland?
isn't it?
Is it
Norway, I think.
Norway? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I know
yeah.
Norway is no contender for us, so I'm not really worried. Not really worried about him.
Well,
So
you say that, but some of these teams, they've all got so much better over the last few years, haven't they?
yeah, I don't
Much
think.
better.
Well, take out Haaland. What? Who else do they have? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, they have got other players, but I know what you mean. He's the figurehead, isn't he?
He's a
And any
figurehead.
team that's got him up there is always likely or possible they'll win. So he'll always get goals.
Hmm.
Masterful at scoring goals. He's brilliant.
Well, I hope they get knocked out in the knockout stages. So not the knockout stages, in the prelims. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about
We'll
that.
see. We'll see.
I've got a cunning plan.
Well, it would be lovely if England, I think nowadays, I mean, we probably will see the press when it comes to it at the time saying, "Oh, we best chance for years, we're going to win." And I hope they don't do that because that sort of happens almost every time in the Euros and the World Cup, and then we come a cropper. Okay, we have got to one or two finals recently, but yeah, I hope we're not, over pushed up, over promoted by the media because I think that puts pressure on them. I think I'd rather have a lower expectation. Well, let's get through we should get through the initial stages. Shouldn't be the group stages. Should do because it's not the most difficult group, I don't think. And then it becomes more of a lottery. But yeah, we should have under Tuchel a very good team with some very good players. And somewhere inside me, I think, yeah, we should have a good chance of winning this. I mean, wouldn't it be something if England men did win one of these great tournaments like
I
the
know.
women have done the last two Euros? So the men need to catch up, and wouldn't it just be great if it happened this year, so we could hold our heads up and say we are world champions? And yeah, it will be a wonderful feeling, wouldn't it? So I don't want us
Yes.
over pushed, over promoted beforehand because that gets into the players' heads, into their psyche, whether consciously or not, that people back home are, desperately looking for this victory, and I think that affects people's performances inevitably. So yeah, quietly does it. Go into the competition, get through the group stage, and almost stay an outsider almost, and then come up to the final and win. That would be wonderful. Good for the
Yeah.
country as well.
It would be. It would be. I would certainly be celebrating that on a really large scale.
You and me both.
Waiting
Yeah,
for it for
definitely.
years. I've been waiting for it for years. You could go
Brilliant.
disappointed. So
Yeah.
it'd be good for our morale. Yeah. So still to come on the second segment, which we're going into in a minute, less than a minute actually. Mamouche, Omar Mamouche, might be leaving Manchester City to Fenerbahce. Is that how you pronounce it in Turkey? I think.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's a hard one,
Yeah,
isn't it, to pronounce?
yeah. And then Bruno Fernandes expects a weekly pay rise to 400k pounds in Manchester
Wow.
City. Join us in the second segment as we explore all these other interesting topics to come. So I've been Emmy Hikins, and you've been watching and listening. I've been Emmy Hikins, and he calls me bro. Calls me cuz.
And you nearly got it right. And
I
I'm
did.
Trevor Gear, and he calls me bro.
All right. See you in the second segment.
See you shortly.
See you shortly.